Please remain standing as we say the pledge to the greatest country in the world, United States of America. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good evening, graduates and guests. A special thank you for your attendance today. This evening is an incredibly special occasion as we celebrate the Sampson Early College High School class of 2022. We ask that all guests refrain from any shouting or any other disturbances during the ceremony. Please hold all applause until the end. As each graduate receives their diploma case, they will be asked to stop on stage to take a picture with the photographer before exiting. We ask that all guests remain seated until the entire ceremony is completed and graduates and staff have left the auditorium. Graduates, after graduation, please report to the holding room to receive your diplomas. Now I would like to welcome Mrs. Amanda Warren, the Sampson Early College High School Teacher of the Year for 2022, to the podium.
At this time, I would like to introduce our special guest, Dr. David Gooden, Superintendent of Sampson County Schools. Dr. Wendy Cabral, Assistant Superintendent of Sampson County Schools for Human Resources. Dr. Melinda Vickers, Assistant Superintendent of Sampson County Schools for Curriculum and Instruction. Jennifer Daltrey, Secondary Education Director of Sampson County Schools. Dr. Teresa Molinas, Co-Executive Director of Instructional Services for Clinton City Schools. Sandra Carroll, Sampson County Schools Board Vice Chair, Sampson Community College Board of Trustees member. Dr. Bill Starling, President of Sampson Community College. Emily Brown, Sampson Community College Director of Secondary Partnerships and Student Success. At this time, Mr. Strickland will recognize the top 10 graduates for the class of 2022.
I will now recognize our graduates with the top 10 highest cumulative grade point averages. Students, please stand and face the audience when your name is called and remain standing until all names have been called. Angel Freeman. Clarissa Galliano, Imelda Gonzalez, Avi Gonzalez, Naomi Guerrero Flores, Sarah Mora Wanchi, Christina Parker, Billy Ramirez, Yoselin Romero Jorge, and Anna Tart. Congratulations to our top 10 seniors. Thank you, students. You may be seated. I would now like to recognize the salutatorian for the class of 2022, Miss Christina Parker.
Good evening. Let's give a round of applause for the class of 2022. It is essential to be grateful to the people who got us to this room. I would not be standing here today if it were not for my family and their continuous support throughout all my endeavors. I would like to take a moment to thank all the families that have made an impact on the graduates who sit here today. We also owe a lot to the teachers who are committed to the success of every student and continue to take a personal interest in their academic and social development. A very special thank you goes to Dr. Rondon, now the Dean of SECS Student Services, who who always made time to meet with me whenever I had questions or wanted to make changes to my schedule. Last but not least, I would like to thank the amazing class of 2022 for all the wonderful memories that we created. I'll always remember the last day of Ms. Naylor's seminar class. Towards the end of class, we were instructed to write descriptive things about our peers. We anonymously dropped them in a cup, and at the end of class, we read them out loud. Scribbled in black ink on an incredibly frayed sticky note were 3 words: determined to succeed. At the time, I was so proud that someone noticed all my hard work, but ironically, that is how I feel about this graduating class. Our determination to succeed is what has brought us here tonight. Initially, our early college experience started smoothly. We went to spring fling, fall festival, and even a trip to the state fair. During these events, we built lifelong friendships and memories. Then halfway through our sophomore year, we were sent home for 2 days. I remember being so grateful to have an unexpected break. Then 2 days turned into 2 years of being at home. What other graduating class can say they conquered face-to-face, completely virtual, and hybrid learning? No matter the format, we passed Ms. Sinclair's chemistry class, and boy, did that take some determination. Life gave us lemons, and we made the best tasting lemonade out there. If COVID taught us anything, it is that our determination to succeed has made us unstoppable. We went through so many changes in administration, teachers, how we learned. We went from waking up extra early to make it to school on time, to powering our laptops, joining Zoom to be marked present. Many years down the road, we will be able to tell our grandchildren about all the historical things that happened. Our stories will be filled with how we had to wear face masks, social distance, the marches, numerous movements, and last, but certainly not least, the pandemic. We challenged and changed the traditional norms. Standing here in front of everyone, I look back and reflect on the journey that we have made together, and I must say, I am nothing but proud of it. Can you believe it? Now here we are, closing this chapter of our lives and starting a new one. I know that you will take the same determination to all your future endeavors. So cheers to us, class of 2022, and may we continue to be just as unstoppable in the future.
Thank you, Christina. I'd now like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Ms. Yoselyn Romero Jorge.
Good evening. Before I begin, I would like to thank everyone for being here, all the family members and friends who are here to celebrate with us, the teachers and staff who supported us along the way, and the people who could not be with us tonight, but who we carry in our hearts always. At this moment, I would like to thank my parents and siblings. This is a special moment for me, and I'm so grateful to see my family in the audience. Truly, I love you all. I appreciate all of your sacrifices and your infinite support. You have motivated me to become the whole version of myself that I was always meant to be. My parents, like many immigrants, came to this country to find security and safety, and I have often put their children's needs and happiness above their own. Because of them, I have the privilege of searching for purpose and fulfillment. I have the privilege of standing here and graduating alongside all of you. To my mom and dad, I want to say that I am proud of you, I admire you, I see all of your efforts and appreciate them, and everything was worth it. Mamá y papá, los amo. Aprecio todos sus esfuerzos y sacrificios. Gracias por su infinito amor y apoyo. Mamá, estoy orgullosa de ti por encontrar tu voz, tu fe y tu fuerza. Gracias por cada vez que dejaste todo para estar ahí para mí. Papá, gracias por siempre expresar tu amor, por apapacharme y por crear una vida maravillosa para nosotros. A mis hermanos, los amo. Gracias por cuidarme y inspirarme siempre. Estoy orgullosa de ustedes. Lo hicimos, familia Romero Jorge, y seguiré echándole ganas. Thank you to everyone for letting me have this moment. Now to my fellow graduates, I recently saw the picture that we took as a group during freshman orientation. The glow-ups were real. Honestly, we all looked so scared, but how could we not look scared after that icebreaker activity when we were told that we had to run out of toilet paper and had to choose how many sheets we hoped would get us through the day. Then, based on how many sheets we got, we had to share facts about ourselves. Some of you were shy and embarrassed, so you only chose about 2 to 3 sheets. I just shared 3 facts and hid the rest of the toilet paper I had under the table. And we also did not run out of toilet paper, that was a lie. I think that's my favorite memory at SECHS. It made me realize how different the early college was going to be. I'm grateful to have been surrounded by such supportive and wonderful people. Soon we had to navigate our first college class during freshman year. Whether it was art appreciation or PE, we were stressed and confused. On my first day, I didn't even know how to turn on a computer in W237. It was our first time having to deal with discussion forums, which we all grew to dislike, but shout out to Ms. Eichberg for helping us. We soon realized that we'd rather write those discussion forums over the high school English essays any day. And moving on to sophomore year, we're not even gonna talk about sophomore year. 2 weeks off became 2 years. We struggled, our sleep schedules were messed up, and probably still are. And at times we felt like we were teaching ourselves. Everyone's experience was different, but facing and overcoming those experiences led to us learning who and what matters to us most, and to think about more than just ourselves. We blinked and somehow became juniors, from American history to Math 171, to high school chemistry, to Math 172, and maybe again to Math 172. The year went on. Dear Warren Building, you will be missed. The stairs, not so much. I'll miss when our biggest worry used to be whether we had forgotten to bring our student ID that day. We won't miss the activity bus, but we'll miss our time spent together, especially the moments we spent with friends. Thank you to my friends for bringing me back down to earth when the stress of school and life became too much. Thank you for laughing with me, teaching me, and inspiring me. Now look at all of us out here making it. We got our associate's degree. We pushed through the fear, the uncertainty, and the classes, and we showed up for ourselves. We learned how to be independent for the first time and how to ask for help when we need it. We all found our strengths and acknowledged our weaknesses too. Even when it didn't feel like we were making progress, we kept going. I hope we continue to find the strength and courage to open ourselves to new challenges. I hope that we remember that we are worthy of love and that we should always be grateful and proud. I hope we all continue to find meaning in the relationships we have with each other and with ourselves, and that we always embrace being fully present with our loved ones. Let us all keep learning how to grow and live for ourselves and not tie our worthy to productivity or success. Before I wrap this up, I would like to recognize some of my fellow graduates. En este momento me gustaría reconocer a algunos de nuestros compañeros graduados. Vamos a reconocer a los hijos y hijas de inmigrantes por su logro y a los estudiantes que serán los primeros en su familia en ir a la universidad. If you are a child of immigrants, please stand and remain standing for a moment. If you're a first-generation college student, please stand. Oh, both of you can keep standing. Please join me in congratulating these students for their remarkable accomplishments. You can be seated. Many of us will be continuing our education, building on what we've learned here. Some of us will be pursuing careers and going into the workforce. My advice to my fellow graduates as you go towards your future goals: pursue things you are passionate about, even if people don't understand or initially support you. Take chances and follow paths that will make you happy and let you live authentically. Use the resources that our parents didn't have to make an impact wherever you go. Celebrate this win and the many to come because you earned it. In other words, forget the embarrassment and fear and grab as many toilet paper sheets as you need. Class of 2022, it has been an honor to experience this stage of life together. Here's to paving the way for future generations. Congratulations, felicidades.
Our students have worked hard during their time at Sampson Early College. Some have gained acceptance into academies of higher education, and others have chosen to enter the workforce or join the military. Regardless of their future direction, these young men and women have shown that with commitment to their pursuit of their personal best, they can and will have a successful future. The faculty and staff at Sampson Early College High School are incredibly proud of you. We wish you success as you begin to write the next chapter of your story. At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas. Marshals, please come forward. Out of respect for the graduates and their families and to preserve the dignity of the occasion, please refrain from excessive celebration until all graduates' names have been called. Graduates, please wait at the top of the stage steps for your name to be read before you proceed across the stage to receive your diploma. Thank you. Callie Eve Turner Autry. Shaquem Sayer Brown. Clinton Eduardo Caceres Zuniga. Karen Leonette Carranza Guerrero. Colby Ray Carter. Jamie Ubaldo Cortez Diaz. Brianna Cruz. Maricela Diaz Villasenor. Angel Danielle Freeman. Clarissa Galliano. Lorena Garcia Collin. Christian Mauricio Gonzalez. Avi Liseli Gonzalez Hernandez. Naomi Guadalupe Guerrero Flores. Yira Barbara Gutierrez. Christina Bertha Guzman. Carla Habrego. Hunter Tyson Harrell. Tristan John Harris. Josue Hernandez Rojas. Alexandra Hernandez. Jonah Riley Hilburn. Timasia Denise Howard. Skylar Michelle Jones. Diane Lopez. Arnaldo Benjamin Marcia. Skylar Leanne Mason. Kimberly Nunez Velasquez. LaQuasia Unique Oates. Zilbany Panzo. Christina Renee Parker. Gabriel Scott Pippin. Savannah Brooke Pope. O'Reilly Ramirez Salvador. Billy Velasquez Ramirez. Everardo Elias Ramirez. Genesis Ruby Ramirez Diaz. Daniel Resendiz Rojas. David Resendiz Rojas. Alexander Resendiz Garcia. Sammy Reza Mendoza. Octavio Rivera. Yoselin Romero Jorge. Cheyenne Paige Royal. Maria Anna Santos. Ariel Celeste Sawyer. Anna Elizabeth Tart. Victoria Eunice Torres Manjares. Edwin Tovar Moran. Ariana Janae Treblefield. Emily Velasquez Alvarado. Valdemar Vera Rodriguez. Genesis Louise Walker. Anna Corbin Warren. Faith Anise Wilson. At this time, I will ask Mr. Strickland to come and confer graduate status on our 2022 graduates.
Let's give them a round of applause, please. Great job. You know, every day we have 5 buses come to our school from all over the county, and that is an amazing thing. So when these guys and girls were in 8th grade, they took a chance to come to Sampson Early College High School. They didn't know anybody. They out of their comfort zone, and you know, 3, 4, 5 years later, here they sit together, and they on a leap of faith. And this is a great place to get an education. In my opinion, it's the best place in all of Sampson County schools to get a high school education. And we partner with the college, and you guys have done a really, really, really great job from all over the county. 5 busloads every day for all those years, meeting new friends, not knowing anybody, and it just takes a lot of courage to do that as an adolescent teen nowadays. Many of you could have went to the comforts of whatever school district you're from, but you chose us, and we're forever grateful for that. So on behalf of our staff, I congratulate you for your accomplishments. And I want to thank all those who are here today, your parents and all of your loved ones, to share in your moment. At Sampson Early College High School this year, our hashtag to begin the year was rebooting. We needed a reboot, everyone. We had been COVID for 18, 19 months, and we had been at home, virtual learning, and we all know that that's not the best way to learn, and we needed to get back in school. And once we were able to do that, it takes a lot of work and a lot of courage and a lot of faith in order to do that. Being remote is much like a computer or your smartphone. Every now and then you need to turn it off and let it reboot, and all of a sudden it works better. And that's what we needed this year. By sitting here today in your caps and gowns, you took the challenge, you rebooted yourself, you rebooted your learning mindset, and gradually adjusted to a more normal learning environment. You know, I couldn't be more excited, and I know your parents couldn't be more excited for you, that we can gather in here today and graduate normally. This is not something that the last couple year classes have been able to do. So for the rest of your life, from time to time, you will need to reboot. The next reboot will be when you leave here tonight. And the purpose is to allow you to have a restart or a refocus. And don't make any mistake about it, adults have to reboot too. And you're gonna be, or you're a young adult now, but your whole life you're gonna have to reboot, reflect on what you've learned, and continue to push towards your next goal. Allow those people who want to help you, allow them and let them help you. No one can be successful on their own. I love this class. This class of 22 is a great class. Full of energy. You were so good today in practice, and such a well-mannered bunch coming in here. And I know your parents are proud of you, and I know everyone on the stage is proud of you too. You've all grown so much in so many ways, and I've enjoyed each day that I see you climb up those stairs, either in the building or at the back loading dock, or I see you get out of those cars and come in that side door. So for 2 years, despite all of the mishaps that have taken place that have been out of your control, you can stand here proud today and know that you can graduate as one. As Christina and Jocelyn stated, all of our journeys have been different, but it sure feels good to be together here today. You've had the best teachers and support staff possible, from the community college instructors to all of your teachers, or most of your teachers who are seated back here. They've pushed you not only academically, but pushed you in believing in things that you could do that maybe you once thought you couldn't do. So for that, I'm grateful to work with such a great group of students. And some of you know how fortunate you are for having those teachers. If you don't know, years later, you will reflect back and you'll realize that. As I stated last week at our senior award ceremony, it would be so nice if your parents or I could allow you to see life through our eyes, our experiences, our mistakes, our triumphs that we've had and have not had, but we can't do that. Those moments belong to you, and they're awaiting you, and it's unique to your own story, a story that you get to write with the help of others. So my wish for you is that your story is the best yet. Congratulations, Eagle Class of 2022. Today is certainly your day. You made it. Now, what we've all been waiting for. Graduates, please stand and face the audience. I, Monty Strickland, do declare by authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina, pronounce you graduates of Sampson Early College High School with all the rights and privileges of its alumni. You may now turn your tassel. We'd like to thank those in attendance tonight for your support, and we ask that all guests stay in your seats until the ceremony is completed and the graduates and staff have left the auditorium. Please follow the directives of the marshals and staff for an orderly exit. Audience, please stand for the graduate processional for the 2022 Sampson Early College High School graduates.